It would be nice if we could pick if we're climbing still, we're just hanging on, or if we're climbing down, or if we're climbing up. So we'll go and do that. Go down to our play correct animations function, find the part where we're checking if we're on a ladder. Now instead of just climbing up, we want, again, 3 options. Am I going up or down, or am I staying still? So we want an if block, and we'll give it 3 options. If, else if, else. If I'm climbing up, I'll do the climb up animation. Else if I'm climbing down, I'll do the climb down with a capital D animation. Else, I'm just going to be doing climb idle. Climb idle with a capital I. Now we don't need to bother checking if keys are being pressed in here, we can just figure out what our velocity is. So if I'm going up, that means my velocity will be negative, so we can ask if y velocity is smaller than 0, that means it's negative. So physics velocity y smaller than, less than, and is 0. If my y velocity is greater than 0, it's positive, which means I'm going down. And then if it is neither of those, that means it equals 0. We could also explicitly change this else to an else if, and we could say if y velocity equals 0. That might be a bit better for us reading it to figure out what it does. Now let's test that out. Looks a lot nicer. The only problem is if I move left and right, it looks kind of funny, like I'm just sliding along. What we might do is play the climbing up animation if I'm moving across. So if I'm on a ladder, if I'm not moving up or down, what we'll do in here, instead of just assuming I should always be doing idle, is we'll check if my velocity x doesn't equal 0, then I'll climb up. But velocity x and velocity y equals 0, then we'll do climb idle. So we need another if. If, else. And this is going to say if velocity x does not equal 0, that means I must be moving in a direction. We'll play climb up. But if it's not 0, so if it is 0, we'll do the idle. So pop that in there. And we'll test that out. Looks a bit nicer, I think. And that is how to climb ladders.